flowers lay under a picture of the 41-year-old anti-Kremlin reporter Arkady Babchenko on the memorial wall of Moscow's journalist's house in Moscow on May 30, 2018, less than BR, greater than, Vasily Maximov, AFP Getty, by Natalia Vasilyeva, Associated Press Moscow, AP. Russian journalist Arkady Babchenko turned up at a news conference in the Ukrainian capital Wednesday less than 24 hours after police reported he had been shot and killed at his Kiev apartment building. The country's security services said Babchenko's death was faked to foil a plot to take his life. Ukrainian police said Tuesday that Babchenko, a strong critic of the Kremlin, was shot multiple times in the back Tuesday and found bleeding there by his wife. Authorities said they suspected he was killed because of his work. Vasyl Gritsak, head of the Ukrainian Security Service, announced at a news conference Wednesday that the security agency and the police had solved Babchenko's slaying. He then startled everyone there by inviting the 41-year-old reporter into the room. To the applause and gasps of the press, Babchenko took the floor and apologized to the friends and family who mourned for him and were unaware of the plan. "I'm still alive," he said. Before ushering Babchenko into the room, Gritsak said investigators had identified a Ukrainian citizen who had been recruited and paid $40,000 by the Russian security service to organize and carry out the killing. The unidentified Ukrainian man in turn hired an acquaintance who had fought in the separatist war in eastern Ukraine as the gunman. Babchenko, one of Russia's best-known war reporters, fled the country in February 2017 after receiving death threats. He spoke and wrote about leaving the country because of the threats against him and his family. He said his home address was published online and the threats he received were made by phone, email and social media. Ilya Ponomarev, a former Russian lawmaker who also moved to Ukraine, said Wednesday that Babchenko continued being threatened after he settled last fall in Kiev, where he worked as a host for the Crimean Tatar TV station. Babchenko did not take the intimidation too seriously, according to Ponomarev. Moscow's annexation of Crimea and support for separatist insurgents in eastern Ukraine were topics on which the journalist was scathingly critical of the Kremlin. ____A's Weeding in Istanbul and Giermolsen in Berlin contributed to this report. You might also like Chiropractors Baffled, Simple Stretch Relieves Years, HealthHackTips.com. Play this for 1 minute and see why everyone is, WorldOfWarships.com. This is why Singaporeans are starting to invest online. Business. FinanceWatch365.com. 15 amazing prehistoric animals that are alive today. Far and Wide ranked the world's 20 busiest airports. Far and Wide cashback, air miles or rewards. Compare credit cards. www.bankbazaar.sg. Howard Stern reveals another time Donald Trump talked. MercuryNews.com. Is Klay Thompson dating Sublime Soup?